8 ball pool on my phone. This shit's mad fucking addicting.
Oh, so you've been going with the mobile gaming.
Yeah, cause I fucking I've been bored as shit. So I was like, let me download this, and I downloaded a couple other ones.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been playing 8 ball pool, whooping people's asses.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I've just been playing regular games, nothing really special or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Right.
So it's just been me and hanging out with my son and my wife. She's been working from home, so I really can't bother her.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's been cool. I mean, Kay's been sick, but his fever's gone, so that's good. So he's going back to daycare tomorrow.
That's good.
Um, yeah, my wife's not taking no more chances because he is so clingy because she works in front of a computer, obviously.
Right.
He's so clingy trying to get to her and try to figure out, why are you doing this? So she's like, nah, he's going back to daycare tomorrow. So she can get some work done. Me mostly, I've been doing most of the work around the house because I've been off the last week or so.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that, I go to work tomorrow. I go back to work tomorrow. So definitely he's going to daycare. She's not. I know she ain't gonna be putting up with it.
Right.
But nevertheless, enough of the ad libbing as usual. I have an intro in the works for this podcast. I just need the problem with it is I'm not gonna be able to do the intro live. It's gonna be up on the SoundCloud and the iTunes side. So if you do decide to listen to us after we're live, I'll be able to render that in. Because I mean, it just sound weird to do an intro like this.
Right.
So I do have an intro in place. I'm planning on doing that in the next few episodes or whatever.
Okay.
Other than that, this is episode 130 of the First and Framerates podcast. Is this 130 or 131? Let me make sure that's right first before I mess around and say the wrong thing. Go back to the channel. Because I might be wrong.
It is 131. Yeah. Oh
Okay,
shit, you fucked up.
So I got 130 up there, right?
Yeah, it's 131.
Okay, so let me
Yeah,
switch
you got
that
130.
right now. Let me edit that right now so people will know. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. No, I can edit it right here. We're good. Okay, save the changes. So if you refresh, if you're live, this is usually temporary. Okay, try that again. So if you're looking at this live, it's gonna refresh, and then I refresh it. It'll be 131. It's saying it's trying to refresh, but it's taking its time. I'll probably have to back out and come back in and do this all over again. It's nothing to it. I just have to back out and go unlive and relive it. That's a quick fix. But nevertheless, this is episode 131 of the podcast. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna go ahead and change it through here. DJ's on the outside. Okay, there's DJ. Outside looking in. What's going on? No, I had a little technical difficulty. I had to edit the video.
What do you mean about time, motherfucker? You were late.
Yeah, he really was.
I was handling business.
But how you gonna say about time though?
Yeah, right. This nigga showed up
because I was sitting here and the door's locked. Because I was sitting here for like 5 minutes.
Whatever.
That's what happens when you late.
Right.
Whatever. Like I'm gonna get doc pay for this.
Yeah,
get to the store on time.
Let me look at this now.
VF's fixing this fucking title anyway.
The title's at 131. Y'all put 130 twice. So I mean, like I said, it's gonna be right for the people that are on iTunes and SoundCloud. That's and Google Play. It's gonna be right for that. It's one thing about us going live. Sometimes that happens, and I knew it was 131. I put in 130 anyway.
Folks, we aren't just the best small podcast out there. We are also the most professional, as you can see.
Right.
We don't even remember which episode we're on.
Most professional and organized.
Motherfucker showing up late.
Hey, I'm just
we're starting the podcast late.
Well, shoot, he dropped the link at 7:59.
Hey,
that's late.
I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty.
Hey, how many times I cut it close with y'all guys though?
Yeah, but we were already here.
We always cutting it down like right to
the key, right? Yeah, exactly.
And then you wonder why these topics don't get fully flushed out.
Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. We're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying.
These
like,
topics.
I'm like, look.
Hey,
I understand that we are good at, off the top thinking and stuff like that, but you gotta think about it, really.
I told VF we're the best at not planning shit. Like, it turns out better when we don't have topics. Like, I remember when it was just me and VF, like, we would literally be like, fuck, what are we gonna talk about?
Wait a minute.
I have no idea.
Wait a minute, hold up. So are you saying that I am the one that can't think off the top of my head? I'm the one that brought or wait a minute. Hold on.
A guilty conscience speak, right?
But let's also say, to be positive, that it's a compliment saying that I brought organization to the podcast.
Yeah, you see how organized we are, right?
Yeah, we're a lot better now that I'm here.
well, look, I mean, hey.
Remember, VF was always getting the episode numbers wrong until I got on him, and then he was straight up until today
when it was me and VF.
Right.
Y'all were pre-recording.
It was your fault.
Okay, first of all, y'all were pre-recording
the
stuff.
Time so we would set.
All you had to do was upload the video.
The time we was set to record, we'd always be on time though.
Anyway,
but y'all weren't live until I showed up.
Hey, we're basically following what the topic says. This is straight up random
talk. Yo, anybody that came here looking for a breakdown of topics and we're gonna like run them off, there's no fucking rhyme or reason to this show.
That's just definitely not happening.
There's no rhyme or reason to this show.
Definitely not happening.
Yeah, the Wuhan virus has definitely caused all sorts of chaos when it comes to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sports fucked up, gaming.
And trust me, it's okay to call it Wuhan, just don't call it Chinese.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. I mean, gaming, they trying their best to hold on to gaming. Like they're reaching like any type of gaming news, but let's be real, it's really not popping. You
saw the shit we talked about last week,
right? Like gaming is
whatever
really
they called
not popping right now.
Well, I tell you what, and in that Predator game, playing that demo, just one match. No.
I was just about to ask
I told you, DJ, when you hit me up with the review, I'm like, yeah, I'm all good on that.
Hey, you know it's bad in gaming when I'm sending Bill's links of WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Bro,
you know it's bad then.
And you know it's bad when I sit and watch the shit. 20 minutes. I was like, how did he get a 20-minute video out of this game? I sat and watched the whole thing, bro.
Oh man.
So you know it's bad out here in these streets. Don't let nobody fool you. Resident Evil 3 is out. Modern Warfare Remastered.
I've already watched the whole playthrough, by the way.
Oh, Resident Evil 3? I mean,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Did they release Modern Warfare 2 remastered?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did that.
That clandestine release.
Yeah,
the one time I wish I had my fucking consoles.
No multiplayer though.
No multiplayer.
Yeah, but I love the campaign though.
I ain't gonna lie now. The campaign is legendary.
According to these people out here, they're like fuck the campaign. We want multiplayer. I was like, fuck
you know
them.
You know why? Because they're starving for they're starving for a multiplayer game. That's why.
There's nothing wrong with the multiplayer in that game, but honestly, I would say that campaign was probably
the best.
Probably the best out of Call of Duty.
Out of all of them, yeah, I agree. And Black Ops 1, those two.
Oh, Black Ops 1's was
yeah, those two like great.
Man, these people just want to jump on and quick scope. That's all they want to do.
You're right. Exactly.
Like the current Call of Duty that they have, the multiplayer is good enough. It's like fuck.
No, the problem is they can't do most of the shit that they want to do. That's the problem.
And half the maps on MW2 weren't they just fucking remakes when they did the DLC?
Yeah,
they were just the one from the first one.
The remakes, yeah.
Yeah,
but my thing is, I mean, I'm gonna go back and play it once it gets on because it's exclusive to PS4 for like the first month.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to end up getting it when it comes on PC. By a month from now on PC, it'll probably be like $7 or something.
But to tell you the truth,
is it full price now?
No, it's $19.99 right now.
Oh, okay.
But I want to go back on the Predator real quick because I'm gonna tell you how you make this game better. Make it PvP with that one wild card being a Predator.
Well, don't they have that other game that Resident Evil game that's kind of like Jason or something like that out now?
Yeah, but I seen Hardy play earlier. He was actually pretty good at being the mastermind,
right?
Just placing zombies, whatever traps, and killing off folks. I'm like, he was doing. He lost like the first game he played in, but after that, he got used to it. He was just like bombarding, and it's funny because
in other words, he made it look good.
Oh yeah, he made it look real good, but I would
just like that dev that played NBA Elite 11, and I thought that shit was gonna be popping.
No, it was Live 14 that made it.
Live 14 too, but NBA Elite 11 they released gameplay with the devs playing. I was like, this doesn't look half bad, and then I got it, and it was just gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, but Predator would be better if it was PvP with that one extra player being a Predator. Because the way everything happened in that match that I played in, people hung together, and the AI bots there, as you've seen, some of them are dumb as hell. You don't even recognize that they're AI until they like walk right past you and just walk into the fire, and then oh shit, Predator's shooting from above. Which I think every person who has played as a Predator sucked. Yeah, because they want to jump down from the tree and start slashing people. They run away, disappear, jump back up in the tree, do the same shit all over again. If I was the Predator, if I ever had gotten a chance to play as the Predator, I would have just been I'll play it realistically. I'm sitting up in a tree. They give you the hot spots. You can shift the vision. And you just pluck people off one by one, just like the Predator did in the movies. That's what I would have done. It seems like
the same as the dudes who played as Darth Vader in the first Battlefront. They had no stick skills. They just knew he was fucking OP.
Right.
And they wanted to come out as many kills as possible. But what bragging rights do you get from that? He's the most OP fucking character in the game.
I mean, these people are like, they're social rejects. So, I mean, they got to get a win anywhere. Like, these are the same people like, banned. They get banned for like glitching, other first-person shooters. So
yeah, to the people who played as the Predator doing that demo, you guys suck. Period.
But nah, I mean, for me, I've been playing 2K20. I've actually went back and played a little bit in Madden 19, and
we saw.
And I've been playing Need for Speed Heat. I mean, I've been okay with games as far as everything's concerned. I did have to take some of my games from up here, and I took like 4 or 5 of my consoles back downstairs in the living room because, with all this social distancing and my wife's home and my son's here too. Well, he's not going to be here. He's going to be going back to daycare. But it just feels a little better just having some games in the living room and just hanging out. So I've been doing that. So, like some of my consoles, I mean, I could afford to put some down. Like I got too many up here as it is. So, I mean, with that being said, that's pretty much been my, since Thursday. That's what I've been doing. Just been relaxing, playing games, playing with my son. Trying not to let this dumbass virus get to, try to get to me because a lot of people like wilding out, and I get it. The numbers are high. It looks crazy right now, but if for the most part, keep your ass home. Don't do no stupid shit. Wash your ass. That doesn't change. Wash your hands, wash your ass, and stop being nasty. And we'll get rid of this thing. Now, a lot of people are getting sick. I ain't gonna say they're getting sick. They're becoming infected because they're being tested. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But the thing is, like, you just know it just gives you more of an awareness to really take care of yourself. It's just, some people just still don't do that. I mean, like here in South Carolina, that social distancing shit is irrelevant to people. People are still going about their daily lives. They give no fucks. And I'm like, now don't get me wrong. Some people are wearing masks and some people are being a little more clean. But that 6-foot rule, man, that shit don't happen.
Well, Richard Sherman going to abide by that. You see that picture?
Yo, the Bills, I don't know if you've been on Twitter, right? Richard Sherman said, like, everybody need to be social distancing 6 feet apart. You know what somebody put a clap back saying like this, and it had Tyreek Hill burning the body.
Oh, good. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yo, that shit was so funny.
Social distancing while playing football.
Yo, if I'm him, I'll be like, you know what?
He's playing the wrong position in football to be talking about social distancing. You know they're gonna find a clip of you getting burned.
Right,
Whoa.
exactly.
That's like a defender in the NBA. That's like a dude in the NBA, not a defender, but anybody saying, "Oh yeah, you practice social distancing," and then they show him get crossed the fuck up.
Right.
It's
You got social distanced.
Yeah, that's like Chris Paul saying, and they show him that clip when Curry got him.
Right. Like you better just talk about washing your hands. Social distancing ain't some shit you should bring up in certain sports. Like it just is.
You might not need to do that because they'll find them shooting an air ball or some shit. Like
talking about your team needs to wash their hands of you with your Obama ass.
Right. Like your dirty ass hands can't even make a shot. No, but it's like seriously, like it's like, and with that being said, like this whole thing is like stymied sports. They're even talking about now that the NFL and college football may be delayed and or canceled. And if that happens, it's gonna be a serious problem.
People are gonna riot if that happens.
I can see that.
I see my big issue, and maybe this is just me as an introvert. I don't know. All I see is fucking extroverts out here bitching because they can't see it. They can't go out. What am I gonna do? Right. Shut the fuck up. Why don't you figure out? Why don't you figure out what you like for once? You're so busy looking for acceptance and fucking company, you don't even know what you're like by yourself. It's like these fucking extroverts make me sick, bro. The priorities they should have. I can't go out. I can't go out anywhere. It's so boring. No, you're fucking boring.
Wait, you see how many exercise videos people start making? Now everybody's a personal trainer all of a sudden.
I know, right?
Everybody's either a personal trainer or a DJ.
Twitter, if you've been on Twitter, this is what people. Everybody's a social trainer. Not a social. Everybody's a personal trainer.
A fucking cook.
Everybody's a cook. You got women out here showing their ass, showing like how sexy they are in the damn camera.
Right? Like ain't nobody coming to fuck you.
Right. It's like social distance bitch for more than a reason for coronavirus.
Right.
There's other viruses out there that we don't need to get from your ass.
Right.
Hey, wow.
Shit. Now you hating. Hey,
giving out virtual herpes and shit.
Yeah, like listen, I ain't hating because the women do look nice, but I'm just saying, let's be real. These viruses don't have no face or no shape or no look. Yes, you get touched the wrong way, you're gonna be fucked up around these parts. Social distance without corona in this motherfucker.
Man, it's funny because I had this idea that I was gonna put out a video, and coming from an actual certified personal trainer probably would have been more official. But then Hollywood Sports put out a video about his routine, and he literally it inadvertently stole my idea. Like the exact same thing I was going, and I wound up doing it on Instagram to just explain what I was doing. But he inadvertently stole my idea. I was like, damn, I can't even put out a YouTube video because I'd be following up this man. I'm like,
yeah, and you don't want to follow Hollywood.
Nah.
Wow, what's that about?
We're
supposed to be now. You were saying just 2 weeks ago talking about no. Fuck that.
Topic, man.
You were talking 2 weeks ago about truces and shit. Now you starting trouble. Look at him. Look at him. Now you gonna start singing.
Man.
Yeah, you can sing something.
Wait, hold up. What they say in New York? Man. Shut the fuck up.
Right. Talking about, oh yeah, we need to stop picking
Next
on
topic,
people.
Guys. Next topic, guys.
Okay.
Come on, you guys.
Who the fuck is that supposed to be?
You know how those them popular YouTubers be talking when they be talking.
Oh yeah, yeah. Come on,
you guys.
Come
on, you guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you still don't want to follow behind Hollywood,
Nah, I didn't even watch. I didn't even watch the whole video. I just, as soon as he started, and then he was demonstrating, I was like, I wasn't even gonna go as far as demonstrating. I could just tell people what I did.
Hey, shout out to Hollywood at the end of the day, man. He's still all right.
Yeah, I know
that shit. You just started troll this man.
Hey, when do we don't troll, man? Hashtag troll vision. Where you at?
Especially because you did put a truce out there after the new year.
Right.
Next topic, guys.
Talk about you turned over a new leaf and shit.
and then turned that leaf right back over. He blew it away.
What Maxine Waters said? Requesting my time.
Reclaiming my time.
Reclaiming my time.
Get it right.
Requesting my time.
Reclaiming my time.
Motherfucker Salky came in looking for his extra money on his paycheck. Requesting my time.
Hey, hold up. Let me check.
Well, they're playing the first game, the first sporting event, I guess, after 9/11 with that Mets game or whatever. They're playing that right now. God, they're bored.
Speaking of these,
even a better game, they're playing, and this is for Pooh. They're playing Roy Halladay's no hitter in the postseason right now on YouTube.
Roy Halladay was a man, yo.
Yeah, he was. He was. Sucks that he passed.
Trying to do flips and shit like he's a professional pilot. I mean, God. I ain't gonna talk.
Why you had to do that, man?
What he was? They had a video of this motherfuckers out here trying to do like he was in what was the name of that game with the fucking fighter, not the fighter jets. No. It was a video game like
how long ago?
Pilot Wings?
Maybe, but probably that.
Wasn't Captain Skyhawk
blazing something or
Top
blazing?
Gun?
No, it was it wasn't like they were. It wasn't fighter
Ace
jets.
Combat.
Man, maybe. I don't know. I'll find it. I played the demo of it, and he was flying around doing twirls and shit.
In other words, he was fucking around.
He's acting like he was taking a fucking plane exam in GTA 5, yo. like I'm sorry, like you're not like rest in peace, bro. But seriously, come on, man. We gotta exercise some more caution.
That's just like one of the Kennedys that was flying low in New York and just crashed it right into the water.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can't play around with that shit, bro. Even if you get your pilot license, that doesn't automatically make you
Chuck Yeager or anything.
Right.
Hey, speaking of flying, man, like all this social distancing shit, they tell us not to go anywhere and shit.
But the airplane's still flying above.
Yeah, that about like plane tickets are like $20 to go like to Vegas or something like that.
Right, down here trying to bait motherfuckers.
Like who's willing to take that trip since it's dirt cheap this summer? Like who's down?
Yeah, would you like to go to California for $15?
No, I ain't going to California. Them motherfucker got 2,100 people with goddamn
2,000.
Oh, don't be like Trump and call out the wrong amount of people. He said in Seoul, Korea, there are 38 million people.
And there's only 8.
9.
There's like 9 million.
Yeah, like 9 million people.
Look, I'm not going to California for no.
But you know what? I did see or somebody looked it up and where he got 38 from, but it was 38 meters, and that's the elevation of Seoul, Korea, not the population.
He's still mixed up.
So he walked off after that. That woman chased him off this podium.
I mean, shit, what did you?
Yeah, it's time to go.
That's like if you're like the head coach in the NBA.
He was like, I know more about Seoul, Korea than you do. You want to know how many people are there? 38 million people.
Bro, he was killing me. He was killing me when he said, I really catch on this stuff really quick. I should have been a doctor. I'm really good at it. I know so much about it. I'm like, bro, no the fuck you don't.
Man,
You're taking all the advice that people give.
Everybody go to see him gonna die. You're like, yo, like I got a broken leg. Just take an aspirin. You'll be all right.
Right, but bro, everybody thinks they're a doctor, a medical expert. Now that's another thing that this virus has.
Yeah, like leave that shit to the professionals, bro.
Everybody thinks they're an expert at something all of a sudden.
Right. Just because you watch CNN for 5 minutes.
It's like, yo, like 2 or 3 days ago, your ass was talking about some hot dogs on a hot dog bun. Now all of a sudden you want to tell me that this is not you don't get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, all of a sudden you gonna tell me that just gargle some water and the shit's gonna go away? Bitch, you was just telling me about the Arizona Cardinals going down 11-5 next year.
Right. Everybody's fucking Dr. Sebi all of a sudden.
Right.
And you know what's funny? They said the temperament of people are saying hi to each other, being nice, but as soon as this shit's all over, they're like, fuck you, I don't care about you. They gonna go right back.
It's over. I'm telling you, it's over. Yo, I'm telling you.
It's like, I don't know you. Get back. I don't know you like that.
As soon as they find out this shit over, the next day, everybody's going to be crackers and niggers. Like, yo, That's just how it's gonna be, man. I'm telling you, these people like, yo, kumbaya right now.
God.
It'll be kumbaya right now, but
yeah, they go by. I thought we were all one people. Yeah, we gonna be one people. You get the fuck out of here, but clear everybody else out. It's gonna be one person.
It's gonna be only one person, and that one person gonna be on the fucking ground.
Oh my god! Everybody's acting all kumbaya right now.
Right, Ravens Nation asked a question. He said, "DJ and VF, have y'all been playing the Battle Royale?" No, I've only been playing the other one. I've been playing the.
Wait a minute, they have Battle Royale now on thing too.
Yeah,
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, wow. And it's free.
It's free too. Yeah,
because apparently it's in the beta.
Yeah,
mode or whatever.
And to be honest with you, for it to be in a beta, it runs very well.
I haven't played a Battle Royale mode since the last one. I haven't played PUBG or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I still remember we almost won that bitch.
Yep. Yo, since we don't got no topics, let's talk about that shit.
Shit, we talking about anything else? Why not? Shit,
bro. So there was one time me and DJ, we were moving so smoothly. We weren't getting in any battles. The one battle we got in, we got him out of there. And what did we get down to? Like maybe 8th?
No, I thought we were like the last 3 teams.
Yeah, we were.
Because we had this plan where I told Bills, I was like, hey, or did you? I think we both just coordinated this. You was gonna go around and ambush them while I drew their fire, and I drew their fire.
Oh fuck yeah!
And I
ran out of bullets.
Exactly, you were right there.
I remember that shit. Yo. Yeah, we had it all set up. They had no idea we were coming, and then all of a sudden I pulled up and I fucking got like 2 bullets on the dude and ran out of bullets.
Damn.
Because they were definitely focused on me. I had the LMG and was just firing it. And it was
Call of Duty's mode was dope for the little bit of time that it ran correctly. It was.
Yeah, I mean, like this one right now. I mean, they've done a phenomenal job. I mean, I haven't played the other the Battle Royale. I've been playing the other one, and I really like the other mode.
This one, I like the fact that you potentially get 2 chances to play. It's not like once you die, you're done. What happens is when you die, well, technically you don't die. You get dragged to the gulag, and then you're sitting in a queue. This is like a virtual queue in a way where you're in prison. They let you out for a little bit and you're waiting for your 1v1 match with somebody in an enclosed areas, pretty much to give you random guns. Like they give you one random gun. The other will have the same gun. They'll have like your flash grenades and stuff like that with it. And if you win, you're back in the game. If you lose, that's it. I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, and then the people who are watching the match, because if people can exploit this, but people up top can throw rocks at you and damage you while they're watching the match.
Throw rocks at you? You getting stoned? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, they can throw rocks at you from where they're watching. So it's
another game that I've been playing I'm just gonna put this out. Another game that I've been playing actually, I went back and because I didn't finish it the first time was Arkham City.
Amazing game.
That game. Listen, I thought Arkham, Asylum was good.
Asylum, man.
I thought that one was good. Now I'm not saying it's bad. Arkham City, that I can see why it got a 10 when it came out on PS.
Yeah, Arkham City was definitely the better of all the Batman.
And I'm going in order, so I beat Arkham Asylum a while back. I just now started playing City, and I'm like, well, why haven't I went further in this when I had it on 360 back then? Mm-hmm. This game is great.
So I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I kind of treated the Arkham games kind of like the Assassin's Creed games. For example, like I got stuck on Arkham Asylum. I just got stuck, right? And then I was like, fucking, I don't feel like playing this shit no more.
What part you got?
I don't even remember. I was like halfway through and I was enjoying it, and then I just got stuck. And I was like,
the thing about Arkham Asylum, it's easy to get stuck because with the city, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, there's no limits.
Yeah, Asylum, you got to go to a certain place. And even with the map, that you still cannot find where you go. Because that's how I got stuck before I finished. We had to face the Joker at the end. He turns to Super Joker or whatever. Right. Like, Well, anyway, I couldn't find out where the party was, and I was like going all around the asylum to find out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it for you, Bills, if you're going to go back and play it. But there's a part where you have to go to the party where they're having a party at, and I did not know where it was. I've been going back underground. I went to the Batcave like 30 times, and then I finally found it, and then I beat it. But it's like the same thing you're going through. Right. That you went through. There's places in that game where you literally can get stuck because you don't know where to go.
So yeah, I got stuck on Arkham Asylum. Assassin's Creed, the first one, I got stuck. I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. I put it down. Arkham City comes out. Assassin's Creed 2 come out. I beat them both. Enjoyed them both. And I just have never gone back to play the first ones. Assassin's Creed 2 to me was amazing. And the unfortunate part was the next-gen consoles came out, like, I think, probably like right after Assassin's 3 came out.
Yeah.
And I thought
Black Flag. Black Flag.
Oh yeah, Black Flag. So I think I skipped out on Assassin's Creed 3 for some reason. I wanted to go back and play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and play all of those on PC. I mean, I got the 360. I mean, I got the PS3 versions of all of them. I may do that if I the only way I would do it if they have like a sale on them, they're usually like on Steam. They have a sale for like you can get all of them for like $30 or something. But if I decide to play them before then, I'm just gonna play them on PS3. Cause I just never got into it, but I wanted to.
Yeah, like Arkham Knight's great too, though. I mean, Arkham Knight is pretty good.
A lot of people say that one's good too. Just I'll get into it eventually, but
I wasn't thrilled with playing with the Batmobile game.
Yeah, that part I didn't really like.
That part, yeah, that was.
You really had to know how to work it.
A lot of people say Origins is not that good either, and I'm kind of surprised.
Nah, Origins. I was actually in the middle, not in the middle of playing it, but like I have it on PC, and I was in the middle of playing it, and for some reason I got stuck on that one boss fight. I haven't gone back to it, and it's been a year and a half since.
You sound like me with Resident Evil 7, and I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and I haven't finished that either.
You know what? I feel like I'm, as far as Resident Evil's concerned, not Resident Evil 3, but apparently potentially Resident Evil 8 may be a further departure from true Resident Evil. So I'm about to be pissed when I hear about that.
I mean, they could just stick with the.
They doing the same things that the movies did.
See, this is what I like about the remakes of 2 and 3. They went back to what they did with 4 and 5. I mean, not even 6. I mean, 6. I mean, the visual is still the same format. But the mechanics felt more like a rehash of 4 and 5, and I like those Resident Evils. 4 is my favorite one, so I hope they would go back to that. But if you say what they're saying, I'm like, all right, let's. It just sucks.
What Ravens Nation said is true. Talking about Ubisoft, what pisses me off.
Well, no, see what he said.
Okay, so he said He said the unfortunate part is that Assassin's Creed is made by Ubisoft. They will ruin a game eventually. So my thing is, Ubisoft put out 2 of my favorite games like ever, because even Watch Dogs with their little hitches, I love the concept, and I just like the fact that you can interact with pretty much every person on the game. They had kind of a sandbox situation with the number of people you could interact with that GTA just doesn't.
But you know what? Ubisoft has its issues, but they did a damn good job with pretty much all of the Far Cries. Those games, especially Far Cry 5 is great. I like that game a lot.
I liked it until I got to that creepy ass part with them motherfuckers with no faces and shit.
I think I already double dipped on the game, so I'm gonna probably beat it again. Or, I'm going to probably end up beating it. Well, I haven't beat it on PS4 yet because I was almost done until I got rid of my PS4, which I'm getting that again. But I double dipped and bought it on PC as well. I'm going to probably end up beating it for both because I really like that game. Also, Ubisoft, what other game Ubisoft done good? Wolfenstein hasn't been too bad either. No, that's Bethesda. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's Bethesda.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
That's Bethesda. Rainbow Six Siege is good. That's the one. That's another good one.
Yeah, I need to get back on that.
Ghost Recon, the new one, man. Let me tell you, me, Bills, and DJ watched the live stream of that shit. We watched it. We was like, we saw what we saw. We were good. What was that? That was the new one.
It's funny, but it was funny that night because DJ was like, At first, DJ was not even really playing devil's advocate. He was kind of trolling us, like, "Oh, y'all just want to see shooting." And then we're like, "Yo, DJ, it's been like 20 minutes, bro." He's like, "Yeah, that shit's ass."
It was like 20 minutes. Like the only thing we saw was a smoking helicopter and people
motherfuckers running in grass and shit. We don't care about that.
I mean, they got some badass weapons on their hip, but they ain't shooting shit.
Right. We know the sad thing about it is that they switched the scheme to for this game. They switched it to like the looter shooter system. Which
did they?
That's what killed this game was the looter shooter. So they had their latest update actually put in the realistic aspect of Ghost Recon. So now what you experience in Wildlands is pretty much what you can choose. Now you have an option to play the looter shooter version or the realistic version, and they call it the immersion mode, which I was just like,
and the thing about it is,
in the first place.
And the thing about it is, the trailer was so badass though. You thought you was about to get a hot game. You thought that game was gonna be the shit when you saw.
Yeah, because you talk about injuries, fatigue, and the only thing I didn't like was that you were going to be by yourself. There was not going to be any AI. They wanted it to be more of a co-op experience.
Yeah, they wanted it to be somewhere like Escape from Tarkov.
But then they looked over, right, and then they looked over at the division. Was like, oh, we can make Ghost Recon a looter shooter. Wrong. That's not how it works.
No, Ravens Nation said the last Ghost Recon he enjoyed was Future Soldier. That game is great. Future Soldier's good.
What was the one the Vegas series where you
Rainbow Six Vegas?
Yeah, where you could put your face in the game.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a clutch feature.
I played the demo, but I never ended up playing.
Yeah, that was a good one. But Ghost Recon Future Soldier that's a good game. That's a game. I doubt if you can do it now, especially on PS3. That's a game that you want to get people with you and play as all four together. That's a good game to play. I recommend that one. Even if you're playing by yourself, it's good. I don't know, like as far as military shooters, like Insurgency's finally coming to consoles.
They finally actually announced when it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it comes out in October or something like that.
Oh, right around the time I'm gonna.
That's if a lot of us are still around.
Right. I think it's September or October. It's finally coming to consoles. Finally. After 3-4 years waiting, people been asking. People been wanting the first Insurgency to come to consoles.
They released that one fucking trailer for PS4, and I'm like, oh, VF been talking about this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing.
Yeah, that was it. 2 years later, they say, oh yeah, we're finally going to come out. Like, all right.
Yeah, okay. It's kind of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf at this point.
Right. But I mean, it's still a good game. I haven't played it much lately, but it's still a good game. I really enjoy it. I highly recommend it. If you have a PC, definitely get it. If it comes out to console, if and when, I highly recommend it as well. My thing is, I think it'd be kind of weird to be on consoles because there's so many actions you have to do. I don't know how they're going to fit that on a controller. Maybe they will. I mean, maybe they'll just condense it to be more like a Battlefield style type controls.
I think great. But at the same time, you can still do mouse and keyboard on consoles. So.
Well, that is true. That is true. So,
yo, I need to send y'all a clip real quick. I'm gonna send y'all a clip. I want people in the chat's reactions to this shit. If they lost the 2K game, how would they feel? Oh, how am I gonna
Speaking of 2K, you know these celebrities, these basketball players supposed to have like some 2K basketball tournament.
I heard.
Who cares?
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be super ass, bro. I'm dead serious. I think that's just gonna be so whack,
I wonder how many of them are. Here's the thing though. I would get more interesting to see pros day, just to see how closely they play the sim versus. Okay, this is a video game. I know it's a video game, so I'm gonna play kind of,
Listen,
arcade.
Bro, I'm telling you, these NBA players gonna play so terrible, bro. They don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a few of them that are actually pretty good, but I know there's gonna be some. They're gonna be looking like they're gonna make their counterparts look like trash. That's just gonna be funny. I can see it now. Like,
they're gonna have to deal with the movement in that game,
right? They're gonna be talking about Kevin Durant gonna be mad because he's missing shots. Matter of fact,
Kevin Durant, you ain't even supposed to be out there.
Hey, that's the thing. That's what I'm about to say. He's one of the guys supposed to be playing. Ain't he still got that COVID shit?
Yeah, he does. I hate to
Yo,
use the
you bitch,
controller
you
after that.
wait.
motherfucker.
But aren't they playing remotely though? This tournament?
They are, but
Yeah,
still,
They told, but still.
kind of funny to think about in retrospect.
Yo, we online and you in an open. Was you coughing that goddamn mic?
Motherfucker got to mute his mic every time he clears his throat.
Yo, if he coughing the mic, everybody gonna jump offline.
Oh my god.
Y'all ain't shit.
Let me see if I can find this shit on Twitter, bro. This dude lost in the most heartbreaking way possible.
He's like, yo, I'm an assassin for real.
Slim Reaper, yeah.
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Let me send this shit to the DM. All right, show this to the chat. First, I want y'all to see this real time. Don't watch it yet. Share your screen and show the chat what the fuck happened in this video.
Hold on,
I just want you to see.
All right, let me I just paused it, so that's good. Let's see, share screen. Bam, bam, bam. This one here. Boom. Y'all see that? Okay.
All right, there it is.
Yeah, rewind it now.
Rewind it. Okay, right here.
Yeah, just to start. There we go. All right, watch this shit. So he misses the layup.
Right.
Full court.
Yo!
Boom. He was fucking heated, bro.
Yo, he was already losing, though.
He was already losing, but it's the fact he missed that layup, and then homeboy took that shit just to be an asshole. And he's like, yo, I'm never playing this fucking game again. Oh, no, take that. Yeah, he was losing, but damn, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was a hell of a shot,
layup.
though.
Yeah.
Giannis of all people.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on, bro.
It was Giannis.
Nah, man. Nah, man. That's exactly. Now I'm with you on that.
Exactly.
That's some bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's some bullshit. Now, the first person I thought in mind, because I wasn't even looking. The first person I thought in mind, I thought it was Nick Young.
That was Giannis,
looks like
bro.
Wow.
It looks like Nick Young.
See,
If you
the thing is, here's the thing. So
did that not look like Nick Young? If you like,
it did the hair, yeah.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought was shooting. That's why I was like, damn. But that's Giannis. That's bullshit.
But the thing is, on default Hall of Fame, you know how they make you miss a free throw, a layup if somebody even snip. I mean, come on, that's not really contested.
Mm-hmm.
And then to go and have this dude hit that bullshit ass shot when you're going to foul, it's like, yo, like I already missed the layup, and then he's gonna hit that bullshit.
That's dirty, bro.
Bro, he was steaming.
I don't blame him.
That's crazy.
So you rather for this happen to you, or you get robbed of a home run like you did, like that dude did in MLB?
Oh,
well, okay, all right. This is physically capable of happening.
This is possible.
This is possible. Okay, rare. And
Yeah,
if there's
rare,
money
but
on the
possible.
ing you're gonna be heated and probably find the nearest bridge.
So if money on the line in the MLB the show game.
Nah, fam. Let me tell you something. Somebody's getting fucked up. yo, if Magneto pull that shit back through the wall, I'm fucking somebody else.
yeah.
I don't know.
Ramon Russell would have to go into hiding.
Shit.
Even further hiding than what everybody else is doing right now.
I'll put that motherfucker on a fucking Damon Grow type drinking binge. That's how much I'll be rolling up in his inbox. Yo, threatening that nigga. Yo, come on, man. Ain't no way.
Ravens Nation got a quick random topic. He said best video game series of all time for PlayStation and Xbox. Excluding Nintendo. Metal Gear Solid gets his vote.
Excluding Nintendo, but Metal Gear started on Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you gotta find one that's not. You gotta find one that's not. Yep, Metal Gear did start on Nintendo.
So for Xbox, I know a lot of people are gonna say Halo, and I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Forza. I think Forza's been the most complete and the most consistent.
I can agree with that.
I think Forza.
That or Gears, and that's close.
Yes. Gears and Forza.
Now, I'm going to say Forza because I'm a motorsport guy.
Yeah.
But when you take into account that the Forza Horizon series as well,
which is amazing.
So Horizon could get, so Forza could get the nod over Gears.
Yeah.
Because Gears only got 5 games.
That's true.
So out of them two, you can't go wrong.
Where you going with, DJ?
Splinter Cell
For Xbox?
it was on PlayStation, it was on Xbox, and then wait a minute, did it?
Well, we're picking separate for Xbox and PlayStation.
Separate for each one.
Yeah.
So basically, each one is exclusive.
That's what it says. It says best video game series of all time from PlayStation,
and Xbox. Okay, so you doing separate for each one. Okay.
Are you kidding me? Really? I don't like this question. What? Because I don't really care for the exclusives. The name. I'm going for multi-plat Splinter Cell.
Really? I mean,
there's all in those type of questions. There's always option C.
So you think that's the best game series of all time?
That's what I'm about to say. If you're going between Xbox,
it's based on our opinion. It's not a.
No, I'm just asking. So that's what you're.
That's what I'm going with.
Oh.
Okay. You got because you still got Uncharted. You got God of War.
Which I didn't really get into Uncharted right out the gate, even though I've beaten.
Wait, what is Paul talking about?
I've beaten all the Uncharted.
He's going with Metal Gear Solid as well.
He said for me it's Xbox, but what do you mean?
No one knows what Blue's talking about.
What the hell is he talking about?
For me it's Xbox. Sorry, Bill's got to have a different opinion. Yeah, but
Metal Gear Solid isn't it multiple?
Then Raven's Nation said Mario gets his vote for Nintendo.
But I thought Nintendo wasn't included.
What is going on here?
Hey, listen, I'm just reading the comments.
See,
so
that's why I went with my own answer because the chat don't even know what they're talking about.
We don't have Q&As.
Because me and Bill's got the concept of it. Like Halo or Gears or Forza was gonna be for Xbox, and we picked Forza. And for PlayStation, you can go with God of War, Gran Turismo. You can go with Uncharted.
Yeah, what you picking for
MLB The Show.
What you picking for PlayStation?
Who am I picking from PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's either God of War or Uncharted, and I may just say, well, I don't know, man, because you still got Ratchet and Clank, you got Jack and Daxter, you got the Twisted Metal series, you got Gran Turismo. It's gonna be kind of hard, man. But
so
I will probably say God of War.
I'm gonna say God of War.
I really don't want to say God of War because 2018 God of War for me is
I can't say God of War because I only really beat one of them.
I'm gonna say God of War. I'm gonna say God of War by a hair, but anybody who says Uncharted, I'm not gonna argue with them.
Yeah.
Since DJ did greatest of all time, I'm gonna say GTA.
Okay.
I'm gonna say GTA.
That's not hard. Now, the best series of all time for me, for all the way back from 1987, it's gonna be Street Fighter. They're still going now. They're about to come out with Street Fighter 6. That's the best one of all time for me. It's just a Street Fighter. I mean, every game they came out with, I said probably outside of Street Fighter 1, they've been great. All of them been great to me. 1, 2, all the renditions of 2, Street Fighter 3, 4, and even 5. Even though 5 don't give you a real arcade mode, but the fighting just been great.
True.
But I'll say Street Fighter. It's just the longevity and the solid games of all time. It's just to me because even with you can even say Metal Gear. Metal Gear's been around for a long time, but Metal Gear kind of dropped the ball with Metal Gear 5. In some instances, you could say some of the PSP versions wasn't all that good. We're not even gonna talk about the spin-offs. The Metal Gear Rising was
funny because Metal Gear 5 is it's still to this day not even finished.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's the sad part.
Well, let me ask y'all. So, I'll add this, and the chat can chime in. If you're gonna do sports franchise, what would it be?
Oh boy,
the best sports franchise.
I mean, fuck. When you think about it, 2Ks. I mean, NBA 2K.
Oh goodness,
has been. I think this past, let's call it, ever since 2K14 next gen, I would say that they've been pretty much knocking it out of the park for the most part.
Overall, yeah.
And then before that, they had a couple of stinkers, but I don't really think any other franchise is close unless you say MLB The Show. But
if you look at every game that 2K came out with, you basically say 2K9, 12, and 13 was the ones that was ass.
Yeah. And other than that, every other one was either really good to great. I mean, God, NBA 2K16 was a fucking masterpiece.
16 was good.
2K20 is a masterpiece.
2K19 is another good one.
2K17, even the ones that we look back and say, well, I should say during the time we were playing it, we're like, we don't like this, we don't like that. When you look back at them, especially the depth as far as my league is concerned,
you can even go back to one that really started it off to give. I ain't gonna say started it off, but when 2K11 came out, that was the game that everybody started paying attention to. You
almost have to have them at least in the running because of the fact that they have a game that is in the running for the greatest sports game of all time.
Yeah.
And they got somehow better after that.
Yeah.
You almost have to. I mean, let me ask you, DJ, any consideration of FIFA?
I wouldn't consider it.
I wouldn't.
I never really got into FIFA until like this generation, so.
Yeah, I mean, the only other franchise I can really think of that has been pretty consistent throughout would be MLB The Show, but then it's like they kind of just run together. There's no innovation from year to year.
I will say this, and I'll give this a nod over MLB The Show.
Uh-huh.
I will give the NCAA football series over MLB The Show. Because despite them running off the same engine as Madden, the NCAA game's always been superior to Madden. And has always been in the running for one of the better football games on a yearly title.
I would say NCAA carries even more weight considering the fact they stopped with 14.
Right.
But left such a crazy legacy with 14, 12, and 06.
14, 12, 06, 08.
08, yeah.
I mean, and a lot of people don't even talk about
04.
04 was another good one. A lot of people don't even talk about 12 that much. NCAA 12 was really good.
Before.
And I just kind of wish they kept the recruiting from NCAA 12 because the recruiting in that was really good.
Well, and the best fucking defensive coverage we've ever seen until they fucking nerfed it.
Yeah.
That was the best coverage we've ever seen in the game.
Yeah. But when you look at look at the whole body of work from NCAA, even when you go back to NCAA 99 on the Xbox, not Xbox, but on the PS1, they always, it's like EA always put passion into the NCAA series. It's
True.
They stopped with that. For some reason, that same passion wasn't put in the Madden when Madden came over to the 360 and the PS3. But you could tell that the passion stayed with the college side of the ball. I just don't understand how that was possible. But I'll give it a nod over MLB The Show because MLB The Show is good, but it didn't capture people like the college game did.
Okay, so I'll ask this too. Does everything from the Xbox 360 and on basically eliminate Madden completely from the conversation?
Yes.
I'd say so, yeah. I agree.
Because it's not because of the 360, it's because of what they had prior to it. If you go back and look at the Madden 02, Madden 03, Madden 04s, 05, 6.
05, 06, yeah.
If you look at those Maddens from, I'm not even going to count Madden 01 because Madden 01 was basically their coming out party with that format, and it was still bare bones. When Madden 02 came out, they had they really started to have player likeness. 03 had I remember when 03 had the different type of throwing mechanics. 04, do we even need to talk about 04?
Well, that's the thing. It's like you can have 6 strong years where arguably you were the best sports franchise on the market, but then because you're still around and you've had basically
the drop off is just too big.
Of bullshit. Yeah,
the drop off is just too big. It's like if they would have just kept the same. I'm gonna be honest. If they kept the same source code, the same look, everything, and just ported it over to HD, and just built off of that with the more technology and the more space you would have with the bigger and better console dev kit, we could have been talking about possibly the best football game ever. Because don't get me wrong, even when 2K came out, 2K1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even with those games coming out, Madden still held his own back then. We're not going to sit here and say Madden was trash just because 2K5 was out. The problem with the thing is 2K5 is still good because 2K5 does things way better than what current Madden's does in some cases today. Right. That's why 2K5 is still revered. But PS2 Madden, those games is a reason why I still stream those games. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Ravens Nation asked a question. It's a bit interesting. Best potential series / game that failed. He said he voted Killzone.
Oh, Homefront easily. For Homefront easily. It's not even close. I mean, even with Killzone, they can come out with another Killzone and be good. Homefront
can we really even say that Killzone failed? Because
that's what I'm saying.
It's like Shadowfall was garbage, but the ones before that were good.
Not only that, Shadowfall was garbage based on Killzone 1, 2, and 3. It wasn't garbage because of the game. It was based on what was in front. You can play Shadowfall and have a pretty good time. The graphics in that game is still good. You can play that game and be okay with it. Yeah. There's nobody's playing Homefront Revolution. Nobody's playing that.
And I think that was the last. That was one of the games that didn't have aim assist in it, Killzone.
Right.
So you went in there, you better learn how to good aiming. Yeah.
Right.
For me.
But no, like Homefront, easily. Nobody's going back to play Revolution. Not at all.
It's funny because I actually went back to play it, and yeah, it's still trash, but it's for some reason it's still fun to play. But the thing is, it's just that they ruined the story. That like it was a failed. It pretty much was a failed like period. It went through multiple developers and publishers and stuff like that. It was a failed development period. That's what I was looking for.
The first Homefront. The first Homefront was great. I love that game.
Thank you, Rex Dixon, for that one.
Yeah, Rex helped with that game. Yeah, exactly. So the only thing I didn't like about the game was semi-cell shaded, so the graphics looked a little like pasty. But the game was great. The shooting mechanics, the story, phenomenal.
I don't think anybody, like, as far as the second game, I remember because I was one of the people that got it because I wanted to see what it was all about. I went and got it. I remember releasing the pictures of it. I was just like, ew.
Right.
So I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go series. I'm gonna go game. And I'm gonna say, without a question, to me, it's Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield Hardline had all the potential in the world, and they ruined it. And me and VF talk about this all the time.
As far as series, no.
They ruined it because they named it Battlefield. And me and VF
that's what I'm about to say. I don't think the game is a ruined or failed game. I think they should have named it something else.
You can't come off the heels of the absolute greatest shooter of all time and name it Battlefield Hardline and go completely the other way with your game.
Right. If anything, they could have made it as DLC for Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine. If it was like a spin-off, like just DLC for Battlefield, like, hey, we could play cops and robbers or anything like that, I get it. But when you try to make a whole game of it, it should have been named something else.
But they changed the entire equation. They made smaller maps, trying to be Call of Duty. They made the game more fast-paced. Everything, their whole approach, the hit detection was a bit off. The guns weren't as good as there's a bunch of shit. It has so much potential, especially coming off the heels of that masterpiece they put out, and they just fumbled it. They just took all the momentum they had and fucking fumbled it.
I agree. It's just the thing is, the game is great. Me and Bills can attest. There's nothing wrong with the game. The game is a good game. It's just that when you got it, it's almost similar like we talked about before, like SOCOM 4. SOCOM, the game itself is not bad, but it's called SOCOM, so like, this is trash. Why the fuck would it be named this? Because it's not like the SOCOMs that we knew.
Ravens Nation, here's the thing. It wasn't even the name that sold it. They went to E3 and showed the one good game mode in the game, and everybody bought it based off of that, and then they got it and realized TDM was fucked up.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because when you look at the trailer looked badass.
Yeah,
the trailer was great, but when you got
the game in the best light,
the spawn.
Oh God! Don't even bring that shit up.
Hey, Bills, remember that time when you got spawned right in front of the person who killed you?
Oh my God!
I'm sitting there watching it from a distance, like, oh, I died in like 5 seconds later, he spawns right in front of the guy who killed him.
And that was like fucking, I'd say a week after the game came out.
Right.
And I'm like, I can put up with the spawns every now and then, but that shit was egregious. Me and VF had so much unintentional fun in that game. Laughing at the game itself than
it was more fun when we were just riding around in the cars with rocket launchers.
And Hardwired, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only part that was fun.
Driving around playing the game the way we weren't supposed to be.
Right. Because it was like, I was driving, Bills had the rocket launcher blowing up people's cars and shit.
Oh my God, that game. I was like, bro, I just bought this game. I paid $60. I want to get my money's worth out of it, but it was so hard to play and enjoy. It was
terrible.
I'll tell you one game that took a major L. I took a major L for even getting it. That was Evolve.
Oh,
it's not even available to download anymore.
Oh, they didn't delist it that fast?
Yeah.
That game just came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they because they shut off the servers first and then they delisted it. So I'm like, whoever paid for it, like me,
game is bad, bro.
Yeah.
At least Mag hung around for 5 years. Shit.
The other game I'll give honorable mention has to be the first Watch Dogs. If anybody saw that first E3 presentation.
Oh no, that was a good game, but they made that game look like it was gonna be a PS5 exclusive. That's how good that game looked back then. That game looked like it was gonna be on next gen.
Even worse, the sequel. How they
that one
switched it up. I was disappointed. I'm like, that's another game I went and got, and it was just like, all right, this is cool and all, but this wasn't supposed to be like a hipsters type of game.
I was about to say, you pick a garbage ass setting like San Francisco.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It's funny how they picked such a progressive place and their game actually was regressive. That's what's fucking hilarious about it. All right, Ravens Nation said Crisis. Crisis to me wasn't a failure. The issue was
all the three of the Crisis were good.
The games were amazing. Yeah, the problem was they were in an oversaturated genre.
And it basically was a tech demo. All the games were tech demos for the Crytek engine.
And Crisis 3 was extremely, extremely, extremely hard for a lot of people coming from the Call of Duty, Call of Duty realm, because the hit detection was just different, bro. You get hit a couple times, you're dead. They didn't like that.
That's a game that I need to go ahead and finish, though. I need to go ahead and play that and finish it.
Crisis 3 was amazing.
Yeah,
graphics were so ahead of its time.
I know. That's why
cloaking was way before Call of Duty came with that bullshit and their little futuristic ass games.
That's why I say that's a game that I need to go ahead and finish, because I've been wanting to play it and I just kept putting it off.
Watch Dogs 2 was horrible to me, Ravens Nation, bro. They did the same thing they did from GTA 4 to 5 with that driving. Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't too much care for Watch Dogs 2.
And here's the thing. The other thing about the first Watch Dogs was it was fun for a while, but then after it got down to a certain point, the story was dragging to the point where it felt more like a chore to finish it.
Oh,
rather than me enjoying it.
Here's another game, Drive Club.
Ooh.
Nah, man. Drive Club.
That has no. I'm saying it had so much potential.
Potential, yes.
Yeah, it has so much potential, especially with the weather system.
I think literally
the only thing they had to do was just patch the AI.
Yeah, the AI driver.
All they had
dumb
to do.
As fuck.
Because the AI drove like nobody was in front of them, so everybody ran into each other. Mm-hmm. Other than that, perfect. The game would have been great. Matter of fact, I need to get my PS4 back so I can download all my DLC again. Yeah, because I bought every single DLC off that game.
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to retrieve it.
It should be in my download list. It should be in my download list.
No, I think they delisted that game too.
Yeah, but they did. But the thing is, if you purchased it, you keep it. Just like NBA Elite 11. Like if you download the demo on your account, you should still get it again.
That's what I'm saying. You should, but if they delisted it, that means
it's the same thing. Just like right now, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for PS3. That game is delisted. I can go back and download it at any time, as long as I got my account. It's in my download. It's in my purchase list. As long as you purchased it, you should still have. But you just can't go with a new account and try to buy it again. You can't do that. So it's still there. I just need to. I'm glad that you said that. That's another reason for me to get my PS4 back, because when I found out that that game was about to be delisted, I bought all of the DLC to that game, even the motorcycle version of the game.
I have another one. And VF, you played this game, so you can kind of attest to it. Rise, Son of Rome.
Oh, that game's great. I like that game.
Rise, Son of Rome.
The problem is it needs a sequel. It definitely needs a sequel.
And here's why. Okay, now graphically, right? They were using Rise as like an indication of what they could really do on this console graphically. Yep. And God, the game looked amazing. Matter of fact, there's still games that don't look as good as Rise.
No, you're right. You're right.
And that's cutscenes and gameplay. That's both. It doesn't matter. Live gameplay or cutscenes. Oh, good.
Yeah. What about?
No, I said nothing. Go ahead.
I was about to say, what about the Order 1886?
That's another one.
See, I haven't pulled the trigger on buying that game yet. I missed the opportunity when that shit was dirt cheap.
Oh yeah, it was
but it's such a polarizing game. Nobody said it's okay. It's either great or it's fucking horrible. I haven't heard anybody. Yeah, it's like that was another game.
No, the thing about
cutscenes were looking crazy.
The problem with that game is why it kind of didn't live up to its potential. That game was just too short. And the story was the story was okay.
It was too short, but it was almost one of those games that were a bit too hyped. It's almost like when PlayStation was going to release that game, they were on fire.
Was it too hyped?
I think it was too hyped. I mean, they were on fire.
I'm with you on that.
They were on fire, bro. They just put out Last of Us. They were on the heels of Last of Us. They were on fire. And then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, all right, we're going to put this shit out. And it looks amazing. And then everybody's like, oh my God, this game looks crazy. And, the cutscenes and the combat and everything looked amazing. And it comes out and it's like, ooh, that's just not like, it's almost like y'all couldn't live up to that because the way y'all showed the game, the way you showcased it was so amazing. Anything other than a 10, and it's a disappointment.
I wonder if a game like Days Gone is in danger of that because of
they said there was going to be a sequel to that though.
Well, but the funny thing was that remember what was supposed to be in the game, and then they had to then they took it out and didn't really. They kind of told people, but they didn't, and that was that choice system.
Yeah,
and then also the fact they had to dummy down the graphics to be able to get all those zombies to act the way to be what they were. I think the main draw was those huge hordes being but the thing is that when you saw the demo on E3 and how that horde played out, and then when you tried to do it, like when you got the game, totally different story. Like they weren't like organically forming where they should have. Some would just appear in different directions. Some would just pop up out of nowhere, and yeah.
I have one that's not really failed, but more so a missed opportunity. I think on this generation, Left 4 Dead is definitely a missed opportunity. For them for them to not release one.
Console wise, yeah. All right, I see what you're saying. They need another Left 4 Dead.
Like for them to not release one on this generation. I mean, people would have ate it up.
Still playing that fucking game, and I don't know why. I don't.
It was amazing. It was.
And plus, you have all those mods on PC.
Yeah. You're right. I wasn't even thinking about that. Stupid ass VF. I should know better.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like if they would have released one on this generation with those graphics and look at how people clamored for Days Gone.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead was established. They had the formula. It was amazing. They just didn't release one. I mean, God, people even clamored for Sunset Overdrive, and that game was ass.
And the funny thing is, I'm still wondering right now why doesn't Sony have an equivalent to State of Decay on it? Yeah. They easily could have a State of Decay clone on their system, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ravens Nation also asked, did Dead Space 3 do good?
Nope.
The second one was the best one.
Yeah, because Dead Space 3, they went to a more action-oriented, and then they had a partner along with you. And that ruins the whole survival horror when there's a constant partner nearby. It's just like
I mean, it got rated well, but didn't have good sales at all.
Yeah, but no, I like 2. 2's a good one.
Shoot, I remember the guy who created Dead Space. He said that they all, because of a certain part in the game, almost broke the game entirely in Dead Space 2. The scene where that giant tentacle snatches you and drags you, and if you don't escape, it drags you and kills you into that little hole.
I'll tell you another one. Oh, good.
No, I was about to say, they said that they had to like patch that part to make it work.
I'll tell you what, all the hype that Outlast had, that's another one.
Oh, wow.
Outlast had all the hype in the world, and it just didn't really deliver.
Everybody thought Outlast was going to be like the game. You know what honestly probably killed that game, though?
What?
Resident Evil 7.
I don't know, bro. I think Outlast got in its own way.
Yeah, because then they released. Well, they didn't release a second one. They just released like the other side of the story where it was just like, okay, go through this way. All right, go through a different character. Now you're trying to get out that mother. It's just like, and then you have part 2, and then it's just like, wait a minute, we're on the third game. So now we're in a different location, and I only played the first one. And my nerves were just too bad to play that game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then another thing that ruined it for me was watching people stream it. Kind of ruined the jump scares. I mean, they were still there, but I kind of knew they were coming.
Right.
There seemed to be no real variety to anything in the game. It was very, okay, this is what you encounter. Okay, I saw this before, so...
They enhanced the jump scares with the sudden boost in volume and the music.
Oh, they were great.
Really did the... Yeah.
The thing about that game was like the totality of it wasn't great, but like where it shined, it like really shined, like really, really shined.
Like you can, you can literally like put it on the TV, turn out all the lights, and watch somebody play, and still
jump.
Still get some of those jump scares, but it's just like
because I watched PewDiePie play it back when I watched PewDiePie.
Does anyone even remember who he is anymore? Because
well, he still has a fucking.
I'm sure he's still making money, but it's just like nobody even talks about that cat anymore.
A ridiculous amount of money, yeah.
Oh, these two about to brawl again in the chat.
Ooh.
Pooh and Raven's Nation.
Madden.
Oh God, really?
No, I don't play PS1. No.
Does anyone go back to play old school Madden PS1 games? No.
Yeah, PewDiePie released a video 7 hours ago. The shit has 1.6 million views.
That shit's crazy.
So it's like, it's kind of crazy how it's almost like when I go on IG and I see these like musicians who have like 1 million subs and 1 million followers. I'm like, where the fuck is your music at?
Shoot, probably still on MySpace.
It's crazy, bro. It's like
I said MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah, that site is still up, everybody. That site is.
It is.
And yeah. So I remember they showed Kevin Durant's picture from Black Planet.
Ooh.
He had an account on there.
I remember that.
Oh boy.
Oh, damn. I know what. Let me send this screenshot to y'all so we can talk about this. I told DJ it's gonna be a topic.
Oh yeah.
This should be an interesting topic. Let me find this shit real quick.
Now I'm gonna save up money to get some GameCube component cables.
All right, VF, put that up on the screen when you can. Talk about this a little bit.
Why?
There's
no debate on this.
It's not debate. It's just an interesting topic.
Y'all got it.
All of them.
Y'all got it. I ain't gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna debate it. I'm saying we're gonna talk about all of them individually.
It's only one with one possible, and that's it. It's only one and one possible. That's it.
So here's my thing, right? Now, obviously, Bo Jackson takes the cake. But just looking at the list in total, like some of these motherfuckers were ridiculous.
I'm sorry. For me, it was Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson was a force.
I like you. One punch. That was it. If you made one mistake, the game was pretty much going to be over. You probably, if you tap the button fast enough, you get up. But how many times can you tap it that fast?
Everybody on this list is damn near OP.
No, not damn near. Stephen Curry was fucking ridiculous.
They were I would say they were damn near OP. Bo and Vic, and even Mike Tyson. Those three. Everybody else don't even compare to those three.
No. I take no.
Bo and
you had to play FIFA 06. Ronaldinho was a bitch on that game.
I played Nintendo on World Cup, bro.
Reggie Bush was pretty.
Reggie Bush was all right.
Mm-hmm.
He was all right in 06. He wasn't unstoppable. He was all right.
I don't know, bro. He's kind of.
I'm about to say it wasn't Ray Lewis that was unstoppable. No. It's the fact that was the introduction of the.
It was just the hit stick in general.
That made it the way it was. Tiger Woods, you didn't want to play against Tiger Woods in 08, but
LeBron wasn't even that much of a force though.
Not in 14, no.
14 was a pretty balanced. That game was. You know what?
That game.
I mean, thinking back, that game is like.
That's probably still the best looking game this generation.
And it was the first one, bro.
I'm still trying to see why they don't have a split screen between Bo Jackson and Walter Payton. Because I swear, for Tecmo Bowl, it was them two that would have.
Really?
Yeah,
Payton was good though. He was.
Ken Griffey was a force in that game too.
Bo Jackson was like ridiculous. He was broken.
Like there was no struggle animation with Bo. No, he automatically flung your defender like 15 yards in the air.
Go on YouTube and look up Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl and look at some of those runs that people did with Bo Jackson. I mean, he was ridiculous. He was broken. It wasn't even. He was literally unstoppable. Like this dude would run from DJ. And tell me if I'm lying. He would literally run 99 yards to one end of the field. And before he goes into the touchdown, he can turn back around, go all the way back to the other side of the field, turn back around, and go back into the other touchdown without getting touched. Am I lying?
You're not lying.
Bo Jackson was literally broken in the game.
And how they dictated speed was crazy. It was just like, you know how that's funny because they actually showed off acceleration, deceleration, and stuff like that. Pretty good for a 2D game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But once he hit top speed, forget about it.
I'm not gonna lie. Randy Moss in NFL 2K2. I don't know why he's not.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl. He's running back. He's running.
He ran him out of bounds.
Now look, he ran out of bounds at the 1. Now watch this. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. This how broken this dude was. You're not look how broken this man is.
Is he broken or is the tackling broken?
No, he's just that fucking fast. Look at this shit. You're not catching him. Look at this shit.
That's fucking retarded.
Yo, Bo Jackson was literally broken in this game. I'm not lying. Look at this shit.
This time.
No, why he turns back around. He's going back the other way. You're not catching him. Look at this shit.
This looks like Madden 20 arcade mode.
Like that said, Bo Jack. Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody else on that list is overpowered. I get it, but he's literally broken.
Yeah, I was about to say if that motherfucker runs back again.
He's going to.
He's going back again.
Are you serious? Right. Get off, bro.
I told you, like, Bo Jackson is literally broken, bro. Look at this shit.
You could run pretty much running the whole clock out.
How many fucking retarded, bro?
Like Michael Vick in Madden 04 was banned in tournaments.
Yep.
Because
Michael Vick in 04, Michael Vick in 04 was a complete and utter.
Look at that touchdown was ridiculous, bro.
Yep. Oh, the whole quarter gone.
Right. The whole quarter.
Imagine if there was money placed on that game.
Right.
But now Moss in NFL 2K2 was pretty fucking annoying.
Moss in 2K2 was good.
I was about to say, what's that checklist that
no, that's a checklist of 480p games on GameCube. Don't pay it.
Oh god damn.
Yeah. I was looking at certain GameCube games. Moss in 2K2, Iverson in 2K1.
Yeah, Iverson 2K1.
Iverson in 2K1 was OP.
Vince Carter in fucking NBA Live 04.
Vince Carter in Live 04 was OP.
Wait,
hold up. Kyle Korver was OP in a bunch of games.
Yeah.
NBA games.
Yeah, he was.
Kobe Bryant and LeBron James were unstoppable in NBA 2K7 next gen.
Michael Redd in NBA Live 10.
Michael Jordan in NBA 2K11.
DeMar DeRozan is OP currently.
Yeah. I remember Michael Redd in Live 10 was just ridiculous.
Yeah, Michael Redd was a force.
Peyton Manning in Madden 02.
Oh, God.
Peyton Manning in Madden 04 was a bitch.
Yeah, he was another one.
That dude, back when pump fakes could pump fake people out of position.
You remember when when they had the vision cone and Peyton Manning vision cone was like
the whole fucking field. That's what it was. The whole field.
He had the nerve to call audibles.
Right.
That shit wasn't a vision cone. That shit was the field. That's what that
exactly.
was.
Like his vision went all the way to the goddamn
that shit
the
was
crowd
retarded,
and
man.
And then Michael Vick had that little ass skinny one.
Little skinny one.
Shoot, I had Jason Campbell. He had a skinny little vision cone.
God, bro.
I played a lot better than some of the people that complained about the vision cone.
Right. Who else had a big? Brady had a good one. Phillip Rivers had a pretty decent one. Drew Brees was okay.
Let me tell you something. Jerry Rice in NFL in APF was pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah, I actually did. I had an interaction with him. I had
any gold quarterback.
Any
gold quarterback. Hell, any quarterback. It was so easy to throw the ball in that game. If you didn't put it,
what's his name was pretty good too. The running back, not Earl Campbell, not OJ.
Walter
Payton was good in the game too.
Barry Sanders was pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah, Barry Sanders was another one.
Barry Sanders was pretty fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah, he was another APF.
And then Reggie White, holy shit!
Yeah, Reggie White.
You know what? One time, when I was in the middle of playing APF and putting together all these teams, I remember I put together the all-time Eagle squad. Just imagine having Reggie White, Jerome Brown, Clyde Simmons, and who's the white guy that was a Golick?
Golick, yeah.
Golick. Is he still on ESPN?
Yeah,
I don't know, but if it was a bitch going up against them.
Hey, his son was trash, bro.
I even made Andre Waters at safety.
But see, that's what made that game so great is once you get past the stars, what are you going to prioritize each part of your team? Like, it was amazing.
Or even if you just made a total generic team, it was
the chess match. Right. The chess match of when you face each team. And that was the thing. It's like when we talk about not needing number ratings.
You think 2K when they come back? You think when 2K come back? You think they're gonna have that same type of mechanic with no number ratings?
I hope so, because going up against the fucking legends, who needs numbers to know you're facing Ronnie Lott and Barry Sanders and Dan Marino?
And see, this is the thing. They did that so well in College Hoops 2K8 as well. You did not have number rating. Well, they had
letter ratings, right?
But they had letter ratings where you could alternate. In the letter ratings, like if it's an A, you know they were good at it, but it wasn't like no 98 something. It's
just like DJ said, bro. Like you didn't need when you were making your team and you got past all the stars, bronze, gold, and silver, and then it would ask, do you want to prioritize possession receivers or deep threats? Right. You knew what their fucking specialty was. You didn't need to go and look, they have an 85 deep route run. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody knows what that is in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody cares. If you have Tyreek Hill on your team, people know what it's about, bro. They know what time it is. Like you don't need ratings.
Like real life Tyreek Hill. Oh, he's a 99 speed. No, he's not. He's just fast as fuck.
He's fucking fast.
The fuck is a 99 speed in real life?
Yeah, when Richard Sherman burnt him, he wasn't thinking, look at that acceleration. It shit's a 98. Nobody gives a fuck.
No, we just know, hey, that motherfucker's fast.
He's fast as shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's crazy that people are so tied to these number ratings when if you watch the sport enough, you know what people are dangerous at. That's like saying getting banged on by MJ. Let me go look at his dunk rating. The motherfucker's going to dunk on whoever's under the basket. That's all you need to know.
Right, like
in the story.
I think it's a 97. If you don't get your ass,
there's no difference. It's just like you used to say, VF. What the fuck is the difference between a 97 and a 98? A 96 and a 98.
Or let's even pull the gap out even further. What's the difference between a 98 and 93?
90, 95, and 100 are the gaps. And barely then.
Right.
You just know that 100 is elite.
Like if somebody got a 95 accuracy compared to somebody who got a 99 accuracy, both of them motherfuckers are accurate as shit.
That's what I'm saying. Anything over 95 is you're barely missing, bro.
Right. Even if, are you really barely missing compared to that 99?
That's what I'm saying. Anything from 95 and on is like, so when people get tied to those ratings, it's just like, you need to really think about real life, what you're going up against. The line that DJ said, you know you're going to have a hard time. You don't need to know the overall of Reggie White. Hell, all the gold stars could have been a 99. Who gives a fuck?
And then here's the other thing. I remember I had started not franchise, but the season, and I had Tony Baselli as my tackle. As soon as he went down, it was all over. The impact of losing a star tackle was felt in that
going
game.
against. This is why I like Madden 08 for the original Xbox and PS2. They have mentors on that team, and these mentors, if they're if there's a left tackle, everybody else in the team, their awareness or their growth, their growth to be better will go up faster. If you lose that player, they lose that. It's like, I don't understand how games can't get that right anymore. Like, 2K tried it with the mentor thing, but it's like literally like with the weapon system. If you have somebody been around for a while, like a middle linebacker, those other linebackers are going to be like better because he's around.
Ravens Nation, Eric Dickerson should absolutely be a 99. Whatever the highest rating is for speed, Eric Dickerson should have it. You need to go and watch some Eric Dickerson, bro.
Right, just not the ones with Daryl Green tracking them down. That's it.
He's the only person that ever catch that motherfucker from
behind. Yeah, he caught him, and he caught.
I can't even say
Tony
nothing.
Dorsett.
I can't even say nothing. I can't even say nothing to that. Should not be a 99 speed. All right.
I mean, because here's the thing. It's like,
and I don't even do the number ratings. But that dude was. I mean, he didn't even try, and he was fast.
He was, but see, and here's the thing. So, like, he said, if Eric Dickerson was a 99, they should both be the highest, and then the difference should be acceleration.
I agree. I agree. He makes a good point, but
I was thinking the same thing.
He makes a good point, but there should be differences by that. A 99 speed doesn't mean everybody's the same speed. It's just it's how to them to get really
that's
fast.
where acceleration comes in.
I talked to DJ about this when I was working on my roster on Madden. I said the way they should do it is to have a threshold for each rating and work backwards. So if Tyreek Hill is your fastest guy in the league, everybody should fall below that. If Luke Kuechly's your best tackler in the league, everybody should fall below that. If you think Bobby Wagner's on his level, then them two have a 99. It'll work back. If you're going to do numbers, you have to do it that way. And then the only way to differentiate guys with speed is acceleration and agility.
And their running animation.
And the running animation, because we all know that Randy Moss's 99 speed is different than Tyreek Hill's 99 speed. They're both 99 speed. One has clearly longer.
And Matt Breida is just as fast as Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but the issue is that the running animation
makes them get
so that
it makes them get to the speed differently. Right?
Yeah, they're all the same speed. It's just like when people say, "Oh, let's take 499s and have them race." It's like, look. The running animations don't separate guys the way they should because they don't take into consideration strides and how long is this guy's stride. They don't take that into consideration.
Also, body leans when you run.
Yeah,
like some people lean when the fact that they don't really lean when they make those rounded off routes, it's kind of crazy.
But Ravens Nation, you can easily fix that. Instead of giving Darrell Green a 98 and Deion Sanders a 97, it's pretty simple. You give them both a 99 and you make Deion Sanders more agile.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But that's the thing. like when Stephen Curry's burning you in 2K, you don't go look at his 3-point rating.
my God.
It's not a 99.
Fuck him. They're all just fast as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. What about Saquon Barkley? It's like it doesn't.
Like right now, they're like the guys in the chat are making our point of why they should not be number ratings.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're straight up making the point why they shouldn't be, because now you're talking about Saquon Barkley. He's talking about somebody else. Deion Sanders 97. It's like all you need to know, they're A pluses. Problem solved.
Like the main thing is that there's like we were discussing earlier, there's different types of speed. You have track star speed, you have football speed.
Yeah,
you have big man speed.
Football speed is when you're running with pads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's different, you know.
And then also you have to consider, like, I think, like, all the people we're talking about that are really fast. I think the two most impressive to me are Deion Sanders and Saquon. Why? Because their speed, they don't slow down even when they're cutting.
Right.
It's like their speed is so different. They're changing directions and the motherfuckers are still top speed, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not that they're faster than everybody else. Their speed is just different. It's just like when people used to disagree with me when I was saying LeBron James is the fastest dude in the NBA. I said he is. You see him chasing down people, punching his shit. You see him changing directions and he's still moving faster than everybody else. That's how I gauged it. It doesn't mean that when I'm doing ratings, I'm going to put him as the highest. I'm talking about in terms of basketball speed, he's the fastest that was in the league at the time. So that's how you have to look at it. Everything else is differentiating these guys is agility and acceleration. That's all it is. But we're never going to see speed truly be, you know, represented the way it should until we see, like DJ said, different running animations, each step actually meaning something. Mm-hmm. You getting knocked off balance of your route and things like that, stumbling. You don't lose any type of speed doing moves half the time. So it's like that's when speed will come into play and you won't need the ratings. You'll just know, look, if I let this guy get a step on me, that's it. It's over.
Yo, these dudes are actually playing NCAA. They just football 14 on Twitter live, playing Alabama versus LSU. Man, these dudes need to get a life. Hey, let me tell you something right now. These playing these video games as if they were like real televised broadcasts. They need to stop that shit. Because see, that's what they're going to do with this 2K stuff with these players. And that's just going to be extra trash. Man, I'm telling you, if I stand corrected, I stand corrected. But I'm like 400,000,000% sure that shit going to be super trash.
Because let me ask you on the chat. Let me ask y'all. I'll give y'all another example. Since y'all talking about ratings and numbers, let me ask y'all this. Who should have a higher 3-point percentage, Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry? And why?
Who should? I mean,
because when you think about it, they're both deadly. The difference is Stephen Curry's more deadly off the dribble, but are you not going to both give them both a 99? It's like the numbers. 2K has it set up where you can differentiate players that are equal as far as their ability, but those little subcategories like shooting off the dribble, contested shots, those differentiate. In Madden, they're so broad. A lot of their things are so broad. It's like, how can I give both Darrell? How can we prove Darrell Green was faster though? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I think you mean like prove that he was faster as far as video game.
It's like when you watch football, because these ratings are based on like when you play the game. This is what you see. Like, how can you say that Darrell Green is faster than Deion Sanders? You can't.
Right, because their
whole running style is different.
Their running style is different. Their speed is used in different ways.
It's not even just that. It's that, you know, they're not running straight.
Right.
That's purely it.
There are different factors.
Right. I'm like, if you want to compare, okay, when they have a breakaway, but you got one guy who really has only had his speed gauged on who he's been able to track down versus the other's been on breakaway kickoff returns for touchdowns. or interception returns for touchdowns. So
that's what I'm saying, Ravens Nation. Like when you go by track times, you can't go by track times because
they don't have any equipment on.
It's much different. Randy Moss is.
That's what I was saying. That's what I said at the end of the day. You just need to put them at letters,
right? And
because it's just old convoluted when you say, Tyreek Hill, Randy Moss, then you got Darryl Green, then Matt Breida, then Deion Sanders, and you got all these players that was like astronomically fast. Like even if all of them are 99, somebody's still gonna be faster than somebody.
But here's the other thing. This is what makes our point even more. Okay, let's say Derrick Henry's a 95 rating and Saquon Barkley's a 95 rating. Obviously, we're getting to those 95 ratings a different way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, this quarantine shit need to stop, bro. Some people need to hit this barbershop, man.
Oh, who are we talking about here?
Oh, boy.
I can only imagine.
Who are you talking about,
man? Out there like that, man.
Come on, man.
But, hey, man, just go look at Hollywood's latest thumbnail.
Oh, come on, man.
Wow. Hey, man, he need a haircut, bro. For real, man. Somebody need to go up there with some scissors or something. That shit look bad, bro.
Some scissors.
That shit look bad, bro. Hollywood now. Hollywood.
Oh, Rex Dixon just shared a story about, I guess, New Jack when they I guess they were watching because.
Oh shit! I forgot that shit came on tonight.
Oh no, it comes on at 10. Yeah. So.
Thank God! All right.
Well, we need to go ahead and get ready to close this out then.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna tape it. We good.
But
because what was it? He's sharing that like the fight spilled out into the crowd and New Jack hit John Cronus with an 8-bit Nintendo so hard it sprayed blood all over him.
He hit with an 8-bit Nintendo.
Rex was in the crowd when that happened.
Oh.
So wow.
But yeah, like that's the thing. Like we can't look too much into the whole. What did Ravens Nation say? What football games do y'all think did speed ratings?
I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing
to me,
I'm not participating in that.
My thing, I mean, I'll put it like this: 2K5 did it right. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these games did it right, but the problem is these later games have it to where linebackers be chasing down fast people.
Here's the thing:
that's when you had to cut down the speed.
The older Maddens had better running animations, first of all. So
here's my answer would be Madden 25.
Madden 25 did an excellent job
because it's about the agility factor.
But here's another thing. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to travel outside of American football to get a game that has done it. Right now,
and that's another thing. Is like when you look at, you know what? I'll use a better example. DJ, you remember when I talked about the animation?
Pooh said APF 2K5.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
But DJ, you remember when I talked about in 2K how the reason why players weren't as fast as they should be were the animations as far as like off the dribble explosion, right?
Yeah, I remember.
That's a perfect example because a lot of people probably didn't even notice it, but I noticed it immediately when I played 2K19, 2K20. I said, this is explosion. When you have the gameplay mechanics, you can start talking about that stuff. If you don't have the gameplay mechanics in the game, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I think 2K5 did a good job. I don't think APF did. APF speed is really wonky.
No, it's very wonky, and you can't really ever get up to top speed based on how the gameplay mechanics are really anyway.
Right. Like I said, Madden 25 did it good. Any of the PS2 Xbox Maddens did. Original Xbox Madden, they did it really good. NCAA.
Because every step mattered.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I would say Backbreaker.
Backbreaker did a good job of speed as well. That game was
had the lean. They had the organic lean when you try to turn corners going at a top speed.
Oh yeah, that shit would throw you so out of.
Yeah, that game was just fast in general.
Yeah, so I mean, there are plenty of games that have done it, but like I said, people need to stop. Like Like every year the Madden ratings come out and people just go fucking crazy. Why is he a 97 instead of a 96? Who gives a fuck? They should just put the top 5 players at each position without showing the ratings. And I guarantee you, nobody would really even give a fuck. If the numbers are there and you supply them, people will bitch about it. If you don't put them out there, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, I guarantee you, if they experiment with that.
The main thing is people will bitch and moan because they can't argue with nobody. But that'll go away.
They can, because then they'll just say, well, I don't think he's the best linebacker in the game. I think such and such is. They'll still have something to argue about, but when it comes down to the number ratings, they wouldn't complain about it because they wouldn't think about it. It's not.
I swear, all this arguing about and debate about ratings when you can edit the rosters and do what you want to do with
they're
them,
not smart enough to. They're not smart enough to, and they don't have the patience to. They want the devs to do everything for them. Me and VF talked about this years ago, and I talked to you about it too.
Sure did.
About well, Shooter sucks at his job, then do it yourself. And I was the first person to really actually do it. Like, fuck it. I'm not going to complain about Shooter anymore. If he's fucking up, I'm just going to do it myself. Because after a while, like, you can't sit here and bitch about who should be the highest rated this and the highest rated that. It's like, you can't even prepare for a guy based on anything other than his ratings in Madden. That's the unfortunate part. Because if you're playing the computer, they don't even base their game plan off of their star players, and they don't base their game plan defensively on your star players. It's really weird. Yeah, it's not like 2K.
Because remember when aggressive catch was OP, quote unquote OP, and it was just like, let me just lower everybody's spectacular catch rating.
Or when people bitched about double me, and it's like, well, why don't you just double them? That shit was funny to me.
One thing I didn't like about the aggressive catch, you had people literally trying to play the ball, and they wonder why the person kept catching the ball. If you played the player and knocked their ass out when they went in the air, then they wouldn't catch the ball.
But what I'm saying is, like, me and DJ,
it was OP because of the animations was wonky, not because they were catching everything. Because if you played the player instead of the ball, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get it incomplete because they're already too high in the air.
That's what I'm saying. It's like me and DJ just talked the other day when he talked about a game he had in 2K, and he talked about a game plan against Giannis, right? Mm-hmm. People talking about ratings. He's like, look, I shut Giannis down because I basically fronted him and brought a double team.
That's exactly what I did in NCAA basketball 10 when I was playing against that Kentucky team with Wall and Cousins.
Yeah.
But the issue is because people don't want procedural awareness and they don't want any type of like reaction on the fly from the computer. You can't and I know DJ knows this as being a receiver. You can't look at the computer and notice any tendencies of how they're even playing a receiver, how they're shading them. There are no trends. There's no. It's random. And that's the issue with. So when you start talking about ratings in a game like that, you can't really take it into account compared to how you can in 2K, where it's like, all right, what is my plan to stop Stephen Curry? Okay, I can actually do that. What's their plan to stop Stephen Curry when I'm using the Warriors? Oh, they're actually trying to do that. In Madden, it's just like you set up and you're playing against a team and you just say, well, fuck, I hope this guy doesn't get the ball. Other than that, we're good.
Here's a correction on Madden 16 and aggressive catch. It was ridiculous, but you know what was the real problem with the aggressive catch?
The one-handed ones.
That's what it was. Everybody was doing it. When I saw a linebacker do the one-handed catch that Odell Beckham do for an interception, that's what made me stop playing the game. I was done at that. Patch or no patch. Fuck it. I went back and played something else. That's when I was done with Madden 16. It wasn't necessarily the aggressive catch. It was the one-handed catch.
But that's the thing. It's like, think about, has there been 1 year where the Madden devs have talked about strategy on either side? They never talk about it. They talk about gameplay mechanics. They never talk about a team actually playing according to their fucking strategy and strengths.
Not a Madden game. The last game that they did that, sadly, was NCAA 14.
NCAA 14.
Because NCAA 14 had legit playbooks that you had to learn how to defend against.
And if them motherfuckers couldn't throw, you better stop that damn option, because them motherfuckers going to run it all game.
Option, pistol.
You play Georgia Tech, they're not throwing the ball even 20 times that game.
Nope.
You know the last time they even mentioned strategy was when they were talking about QB AI and they had Cam Newton brought in, and that was the last time we heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear about strategy in those dumbass Madden tournaments, and
why do you think they don't work? Why do you think shading doesn't work? All that shit doesn't work because the computer doesn't use it. If the computer used it, it would work. Because then they'd have to test it, and they'd have to.
You're right, because most of the time when you play Madden nowadays, it's basically straight up football. There's no scheming.
Yeah,
it's X's and O's that take into no count of
it's basic X's and O's. Is where you are on the field.
It's literally chess pieces.
Right. It's basically where you're on the field. If you're out of spot in this part of the field, you got an advantage. Unlike, this team has a tendency to do this, even though you may think they're out of place. They're baiting you to get a sack, an interception, or you to run the wrong way. That's what scheming is.
It's not like, I'm playing the Patriots, I know that they're going to dink and dunk me to death, or I'm playing the Seahawks, I know they're going to run cover 3 to death. I know that
not only that's their game plan, but they use that game plan to bait you so they can get you over the top.
Right.
You can't go on the game plan with just one basic thing. Like, for instance, you say that the Seahawks used to run cover 3 all the time. Yeah, then all of a sudden you got 3 or 4 linebackers blitzing you because you're expecting to cover 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's like now in Madden, you come into the game saying, I think I'm going to run the ball this game. Well, what's the computer going to do? I don't know. I'm just going to pay attention.
As long as you see the offensive line moving, you're
I'm
good.
just going to pay attention to the players that they have, the impact players, because I know that his ability specifically, if he gets the ball in the end.
That's the main strategy in the game.
And the only time you know where this stuff really works, go do the training in Madden.
Yeah.
When they show you how to go through the A gap and they show you what concepts, where the skills training. You go into skills training. Those players play exactly how they're supposed to with their schemes. You go to a play now, that shit's thrown out the window. There's no A gap, no B gap, no containment, no spies, none of that. But if you go to skills training, shout out to Jaros. What's up, guys? Jaros was the first person. He the one that told me about this. He's like, yo, I played skills. No, this is how he said, man, I played skills trainer, and they had the game running so smooth. I thought I was going to play some real football. But let me tell you what. I started playing play now, and let me tell you, them motherfuckers ain't doing a goddamn thing. But he was right, though.
It's true.
It's right. Like, skills trainer, you can go to any Madden right now from 20 all the way to 25. And even 25 is guilty of this. That skills trainer is to a T. They do everything right based on the concept you put in there. You go to play now, franchise, and I don't even want to talk about MUT. That shit's thrown out the window.
Bro, I'll tell you how embarrassing it is. NBA Live 14 shaded certain guys to one side.
Yo, Live 14 had everything right. Lack of animations and lack of content.
Yeah.
Shout out to O'Gallagher. 14 and 15, everything was on its way.
You can go to a scrimmage in 2K right now, and they'll still be using some type of strategy, one way or the other, to take somebody on your team out of the game, and they will continue it, and they will continue it. And if it's not working, they will switch it. Madden, it never does that. They don't have a strategy that they stick to. There's no trend. They just run plays based on some dumbass guy that's crunching numbers. Oh, I think this play works on third down.
And this goes back to what we said earlier today, why Madden fell all the way off. Because back then, I even got it on my streams where you have some teams will run a play, and if the play worked, they'll try to go back to it and try to beat you with it again. You don't see that in Madden no more. You don't. They run the same play because the game is just basic, not just because they're trying to beat you with it.
Think about this. They literally had to go in and switch the play calling AI to have them call a different variety of plays, which goes to show you that they never had a trend of why they were calling plays in the first place. There was never a strategy. And the worst part is they got
it in the game to let you think that it is.
But that's the worst part. When you go in the franchise and you pick a head coach, they let you, they have you pick, or at least they did last year, they had you pick a strategy. Oh, well, are you going to be a power running team? Or are you going to be so when you have those things and then the computer doesn't use them, scheme fit, you have all that shit, but then when you face them, the scheme doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Whose players are rated higher? That's about it.
Yeah, but who's faster?
It's crazy that Madden, you're making a football game. Football is so much about strategy. I mean, shit. You can play MLB The Show. They're doing shifts for certain guys. They got the scouting report. A sport with, I won't say very little strategy, but the least out of the sports we're talking about. Even to the point where like they have it built in where pitchers pitch according to your spots, your hot and cold zones.
Pretty much.
And Madden still doesn't have any time. It's just it's a crazy indictment on the game. It's like every game around you has some sort of strategy that a team sticks to. Don't even get me on soccer. They stick to that shit like glue. And they can, I mean, NHL, they can tell what you're doing. Oh, he's running, he's starting to try to move the puck up.
And you can actually customize that.
And you can customize, how quickly they react. And me and DJ have been saying it for years. Madden needs that. They need an option for the computer to start learning your tendencies and adjust accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way for it to feel like a living and breathing football game. And if they're just going to do the same shit for 4 quarters, it's not even the same shit. Just random shit.
So y'all think when Madden comes to next gen, you think they're actually going to do a little bit of that? Like, try to give you something.
No, because people already said they don't want it. They already said they don't want it.
Yeah,
these people said these are the same people who said you shouldn't fumble if you're not. You can't. Okay. They're the same people that said your team shouldn't be able to force a fumble if the guy that hit sticked me wasn't somebody you're controlling. So what do you think they would do?
You also said they shouldn't have any bad snaps either.
Exactly. Your guy shouldn't be able to pick. Your guy shouldn't be able to pick the ball off unless it's a user.
Same person that said bad snaps shouldn't happen was a Seahawks fan when they played the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Bro, it's crazy.
He's the same one that said bad snaps shouldn't happen in Madden.
So if they don't want that, I mean, it's crazy because I was thinking about it for the longest time. Like, why is it when I played Madden, like we got to the point where it's not the fucking mechanics. No, we're past that. But then I played Madden.
There's a lot of different things jacked up about Madden. It's just.
But I play Madden and then I play NFL 2K and I play APF and I'm just like, what's the difference?
I know
strategy.
I look at it like this. At the end of the day, I'm happy that MLB The Show exists. I'm happy that 2K exists. I'm happy that like this, but both the soccer games, even though PES is the better of the two, I'm glad that they exist and NHL exists because
so Live ain't getting no love though.
No.
No.
No, I'm going back.
If they can't be respectful and put out a game consistently, then fuck them. I
need a current football game to stream, so I started playing Madden 19 again, and I don't know. The game. I mean, if you've seen the gameplay on my latest video, don't look bad, but I mean, that's after all.
There's nothing wrong with Madden 19 except, franchise mode, but more specifically, they just took the running animations out at the very beginning.
Right, and I think everything else is okay. I think I'm gonna stream it because I mean I have an old school NFL game. I want a new school NFL game, and that's like, and newsflash, that might be coming to an end as far as streaming the Xbox games.
I just trolled the fuck out of NYKia.
What do you say?
Well, he chimed in the DM talk about 04 Vic, and I put in, well, we know the Mets were never OP in any game.
You know what? Leave that man alone, man.
I don't know, bro. There was one year they had Carlos Delgado, Carlos Beltran, David Wright. That team in the game was fucking OP.
Nah,
and then
that game
they all got injured, and
nah, they were never OP.
Nah, they were OP that year, and then they got injured in real life, and that was all she wrote.
Nah, because the funny thing about it is that Cespedes, I was playing. I started out the series where I took 2 out of 3 from the Mets, and I struck him out 9 times in that series.
Damn, that's like every time he got up.
Ravens Nation said no player should be fumbling. Who the fuck said that?
Probably just arcade fruitcakes.
No player should be fumbling in football. That's like saying nobody should get ripped in NBA 2K.
Bro, it's crazy. They're the same people who want to take abilities away.
Like nobody should get defensive rebounds in 2K.
Like I just like.
But you know, when you're talking about the traits and abilities and whatever the traits in Madden, it's almost like they gave like the devs and the suits enabled this the whole participation trophy. Society. Yeah. That's basically why those traits went out of control and everyone had them.
But it's like, just think about like I can think back to the first presentation they had at EA Play, and all I thought about was they talked about the gameplay mechanics of how to respond.
They did that shit with Madden 15.
But that's what I'm saying. They talk about the gameplay mechanics of how to beat something.
Right.
But then they don't have the computer actually use.
Like how DBs automatically was going to play the sticks and shit.
Wait a minute, hold up. Remember when some of the X Factors were remember when the CPU remember when the CPU wouldn't use it in the middle of the playing cycle?
Bro, they can't even get running backs to cover the fucking ball up running through the line.
Oh,
it's like this simple shit.
Like they had it right in Madden. They had it right in Madden 18.
Like they keep switching. They keep switching the hands, what side they have the ball on, and then it magically appears in one hand, and then.
But it's crazy. It's like you could even play with a scrambling quarterback and you can run for 10, 15 yards a pop and they never adjust. They never do a spy. It's just crazy. They don't pay attention to anything you're doing, anything you're having success at. You can continue to have success with it. They never adjust.
Not to mention they took that mechanic out where you can switch the ball manually on your own.
That's another. I mean, it's just
like, wow.
I mean, yeah, man, it's just the lack. I couldn't even go back now and play Madden if I had a console because it's just like the lack of strategy is so glaring. It's like, yeah, the game plays so well, but you're basically just playing backyard football on a larger scale. You come out on the field, you say, all right, we're going to play, and our best players can do this, and our best players can do that, and we don't really care how to stop it, and we hope the other side doesn't. You know, the other side has no clue of how to stop us, so we'll be good. It's like it's dumb. It's pointless, really, if you think about it. What's the point of even doing the weekly game planning, other than to get the XP? There's no point.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't execute any better or worse, and I mean, it's just there's a lot of shit, bro. It honestly gives me a headache sometimes thinking about it.
We coming up on 2 hours. What else y'all got? Because I unfortunately have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm just dealing with a sudden Charlie horse in my foot.
Well, I thought you about to say cough. Well, I'm about to jump off this line.
Oh, I did cough, by the way, earlier. I just
shit, man. I might not be able to go to work tomorrow. Damn.
Yeah, the virus travels digitally through the internets.
Corona
but nah, this sudden Charlie horse in my left foot that I'm like, I hate when that happens. It just like I was just taking a random step just to turn and then boom. So I had to just stick my foot out and just let it ride out.
Yeah.
but yeah, it definitely is time to go.
Bill, what you got, man?
Thanks everybody who came through, all 3 of you.
Yeah, man, where's Jay Thomas at, man? Where's Doug Thomas at?
We got people missing episodes that never miss episodes. We're going to have to start. I don't know.
Well, you know, they're also dealing with it. Remember, one of them's overseas.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're in I don't know if that person is either in Italy, Spain, England, or whatever. I know with Italy being
I know
the second hardest hit.
Yeah, one person that we had was from oh goodness, starts with an R. I can't, Romania, I think, or something like that.
Oh man, take some Robitussin and hop your ass online.
Nobody don't be so insensitive, man.
Nah, I'm fucking.
You know the one place we haven't heard, Switzerland. That, like
Switzerland, yeah.
As far as this whole thing,
then B5 comes in like real late 2 episodes ago. Like we got like 30 seconds left. He could pop say, "What's up, everybody?"
What's going on, folks?
Yeah, like he never left or something.
Right, 3 hours behind, motherfucker.
Pooh asked what he would thought about his Pooh did some podcast with some guy on Twitch about his mock draft.
What did it look like?
I still think it's too early. Personally, it's hard to even.
We got a month left.
It's hard to even judge right now because
we got a month left. Tua can throw his hip on a joint and then they'll fuck everything
man,
up.
Why Tua got to do that, bro?
What? I mean,
he already did it once.
He already did it once. That's why. Joe Burrow could fucking fall out of his bed and break his hip. A bunch of shit could happen. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, I mean, it's it's not.
It's still too early. I didn't have a problem with it because I was listening to it the other day. It's just to me, I felt like it's still slightly too early.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it like a day or like maybe 2 or 3 days prior.
Yeah, he probably entertained that silly notion that the Redskins are going to trade down from the number 2 pick.
I still don't know why they would have any merit to do that. If you pass on Chase Young, you just have to be a crackhead.
I'm really thinking about what would be a good scenario, and I can't think of none.
I'm like, the Redskins do need a pass rusher. Kerrigan is getting old,
especially when you got motherfuckers saying he's better than who did they say? They said he's better than Jadeveon Clowney and somebody else combined.
I mean,
no, I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't want to hear shit from you.
I need the name of that person, so you might need to follow them on Twitter for that take. I mean, no, the thing is like they be saying like some of these players who come in the top 5 are gonna be like the greatest ever of all time. I remember when they said Vince Young was going to win 3 Super Bowls. Andrew Luck was going to win 2 Super Bowls.
Well, nobody thought about the fact that Jeff Fisher's bitch ass is going to be coaching Vince Young.
Hey, listen, I agree, but I mean, Vince Young was on suicide watch after 6 years. So,
hey, he was eating chicken wings. If you ask me.
When that after being wow.
Because I just had chicken wings. So,
but wait a minute, when that after was that before he played on the Eagles or afterwards?
Before.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why he said
because Jeff Fisher went and benched him for fucking Kerry Collins, and then they went to the playoffs.
So you mean to tell me the Eagles picked up a suicidal maniac?
Hey man, stop, man. We gotta go, man.
You bruh.
And
somebody found a video of him eating shit, I guess.
and that same guy nearly cost them that season where he was like, "Oh, we're the dream team."
They say you're gonna be dreaming. All right, let me stop.
That season where they used
you about
Asamoah the wrong way.
Hey, Pooh about to have an aneurysm. You better chill. How you feel about his Eagles now?
Fuck him.
Yo, that almost went over my head. I almost missed that.
Oh man,
almost missed that. All right, man. 2 hours in.
All the Philly sports can kiss my ass.
I have nothing to say to Redskins fans.
Episode 131 in the
book. Because you only won 1 championship, 1 Super Bowl. That's you. Of course, you have nothing to say.
Y'all don't even get to talk.
Episode 131 is in the books. We're good.
Eagles
now that it's officially episode 131 after calling it 130 earlier.
Yeah, it's officially 131. I was slipping.
He can't say he's ignoring me if he responded by saying I ignore you. Well,
and he got all the smarts, man.
From which rock?
Oh,
I'm gonna be streaming later on this week. Hey, I did a retro stream of Super Castlevania 4, man.
I saw part of that.
That was pretty dope. I almost beat the game. I just got tired and I didn't finish. I need to go back and finish it though.
What is he saying about VS? Stop.
Okay, this is what I did, right? I posted because the playoffs are gonna have an extra team in, right?
Oh,
so
God.
I posted saying some guy was dancing with his shirt off, saying that the Cowboys will get in, and there was a dude dancing with his shirt off. So I retweeted it and I said, bro, because I thought it was funny. He talking about stop posting not suitable for work. I'm like, shit, we're in quarantine. Ain't nobody at work. The fuck you talking about?
Motherfucker, you wanted to know what condoms taste like.
Yo, not only that, he's been doing a lot of
questionable shit
lately. Suspect retweets.
Good thing I ain't on Twitter.
He's the last one that need to be talking about
again.
Shit. You're right, DJ. I'm glad you said that. Very questionable. You know what? Let's get the fuck on. Y'all got anything else? Y'all good? Yeah,
nah,
back Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be back Thursday.
Damn shit Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to find out where Jay Thomas at. Doug Thomas, Tadal 52. Ain't none of them around. Apex even shows up every now and then.
Shoot, pray for that man because he's right in the middle of that.
Oh yeah, and
that's
he's a
in
nurse.
New York.
And he's a nurse.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody might need to check on Apex.
There he is, Chris. There he is, Chris Thomas, right there.
You're late, motherfucker.
No, good. That gets me off the hook because I was the one being rash about being late.
What's up, Chris Thomas? We'll just talk about you because we about to end it. Hey, sir, somebody need to tweet Apex and check on him because he hasn't been tweeting either.
He probably been focused on what the task at hand. That's all.
He posted March 30th, March 29th, March 29th.
Okay.
Don't tell me he uploaded a 2K video.
No, he's putting a bunch of Christian stuff up.
Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say. This man making breakdown videos doing a nurse.
Like,
I'm like, whoa.
Know, even though he may be busy.
Whoa!
What? What?
Okay, so I scrolled down to March 27th. He shared this article talking about shocking spike of HPV-related cancer in younger men worries researchers. You know what this motherfucker captioned this? Anal and oral sex is sin, and sin must be judged. God's mercy is better than his judgment, but his mercy requires a penalty. Let me tell you something. I done got a lot of top in my life, so I'll be sinning like a motherfucker. I don't got this HPV cancer. That's all I know.
On that, y'all have a good night. I can't say that. We will see y'all Thursday. I have no comeback for that. Pray for Apex. Good night. Good night.